trying something new, guys. Okay, so I figured since when people like do their hair, I find that I just broke my nail. I find that when people are trying to recreate looks and stuff like that, that they have a harder time doing it, just for the simple fact that when you are doing hair in a salon, you're watching them work on your hair instead of seeing everything that they're doing. So I wanted to do this like facing my mirror so that you can see everything that I'm doing, which is exactly how you would see it if you were doing your hair yourself. Trying to get this set up. I have my iPad on the counter so that I can see what's going on. And for whatever reason, it wants to pull the other way. And I don't have any extra lights on. Hopefully I am centered so that you can see me. And I have my little stereo thing that my dad gave me that's like an iPad playing music. So basically this is going to be, you can ask me questions, that kind of thing, and I have my iPad set up so that I can actually read the questions. So we'll see how this works. Okay, just checking the sound of my iPad so that I can make sure that I'm loud enough. Turn the stool around so I can actually maneuver my feet. Alright, so I haven't washed my hair in several days. I need to wash it. But I know this time of year people are looking for like updos and things like that that they can use to go to like parties. So I figured what better way than to curl my hair and do an updo. And I'll do a video most likely for the updo part of it. I'm just going to be showing you some techniques and stuff that I use when or if I ever had to like do my hair. And I do have 2 different size curling irons in the sink that are hot. They've been heating up for a while, but because my hair is so thick, I have to use one and then alternate because of the fact that I kill the heat out of a curling iron. Alright, now because I haven't washed my hair in a few days, I'm going to go ahead and use some dry shampoo on my scalp. And what this will do is break down any oils that I've currently got on my hair, and it will allow my hair to like thicken up a little bit more at the root and give the curl something to hold to. And I'll talk about what this is in just a second. Okay, this is the Herbal Essence. It's called Naked, the dry shampoo. There's like no coloring or anything in it. It has a like a pepperminty citrus smell, which is I actually like, but some people probably won't. So if you're opposed to fragrance in your hair care, then stay away from it. But I really like it. It's like $3 and change. It's better than some of the like higher end sprays that I've gotten in like subscription boxes. And because my hair is so dark, it doesn't leave a white cast. Now, I'm tasting it, but you know, it's a whole other thing. And now I just kind of brush my hair through, and what that does is it, after you kind of massage the scalp area for a minute, it just works the product through to the ends, and in the process I end up getting knots in my hair. I know that YouTube hasn't been like notifying people, so I'm posting this on Twitter. Alright. And the reason why I have my iPad is because of where the phone is. I can't do both and see and read the comments, so I brought my iPad in thinking that that might make it a little bit easier. So now that I've got my hair combed out, now comes to sectioning, and I just have a bag of like duckbill clips. You can probably pick these up at the dollar store. For me being a retired cosmetologist, I have more than that. I just grabbed the one bag, and because I know I'm going to be parting my hair, when I do the quadrants, I'm going to be curling the hair in certain directions. So I want each quadrant to be already sectioned off. And what a quadrant is you've got basically your center part that can take all the way down to the nape of your neck. So it's from your forehead to your nape, and then from ear to ear, and then you split it into 4 pieces. That's what a quadrant is. And I don't usually like heat treat my hair or anything like that, so my hair is probably not going to like this very much. Get in there. Oh, that's a look. That is such a look. And I usually go like right behind my ear when I'm sectioning quadrants. Some people go in front of the ear, some people go, like, you can do a quadrant to here, or to where I've got it sectioned, which is right behind the ear. I've actually had people ask me to do videos on like head lice and how to check for like bugs. The last time I personally had head lice back in like 4th grade, and I had chicken pox at the same time. That was oh so much fun. And I had just gotten a big a spiral perm, and my hair was down to just about my knees, the back of my knees. So my hair was longer than it is now. I had just had a spiral perm that took all day and 4 people working on my hair to get it done. And then I got head lice and chicken pox at the same time, so that was loads of fun. I've also had clients and stuff that come in with head lice, and I don't know what it is about head lice. It's not that the people are dirty, it's that just the bugs themselves like super creep me out. I've been creeped out about them ever since I was a kid, ever since I saw that they could swim. And for those that don't know, yes, head lice can swim. You can try and drown them. They don't drown. They breathe through like the surface of their skin, from what I've found out over the years, and I'm like, oh, that's just disgusting. But there was a time when I was working in a salon and I had a little girl come in and her brother that needed haircuts, and their father had like wandered off into Walmart to go shopping. This was right out of like beauty school. I was working at a Smart Style hair salon in Walmart, and I tell you what, it was bad. It was the manager and I were the only ones working, and the manager had a little boy and had just shampooed his hair and come back. And the little girl, I had just gotten ready to go shampoo her, and she kept like digging at her scalp. And I'm like, do you have like dandruff or something? And I parted the hair, and I mean, I literally parted the center part and went like this, and they just scattered like roaches when you turn the lights on. It was bad. This little girl had a major infestation. So I put her in the sink, put tea tree oil shampoo on her, the Paul Mitchell stuff, which is probably the best. Tea tree oil is probably one of the best things that you can put on your hair besides benzoyl peroxide in order to get rid of head lice. And, you know, we had the father paged, and the poor little girl, I felt so bad for her because she was like, I didn't know, I'm so sorry, I just kept itching and itching, I thought I had a bug bite or something. And I said, well honey, how long have you been itching? And she's like, a couple of days, but I got mosquito bites like all over. And the poor little girl had like literally bites all over. She had like welts and stuff on her arms from scratching, and I've got way too much hair to be doing this. Okay, so I pulled my first section down. In the sink, I have a 2-inch and a 1-inch curling iron, and there's a reason for this. One, I don't have an 1.5-inch ferrule, and two, I want it tighter at the scalp, but looser at the ends. And I did blow dry my hair the other day for like the first time in probably a year. I've blow dried my hair. So, my hair is like curly or straight here and then curlier at the bottom because, you know, weight and whatnot for my hair. So I'm going to start off, and I've got 3 different products here on my counter. I have what little is left of the Quick Dry 18 from Redken. Might be easier if I try and do this. Nope. There. Okay. The other thing I've got is from Salon Care. This is the Extra Cold Humidity Proof Hairspray. And this is brand new. And then I also have my oil sheen spray, which I use in my hair all the time. The lid isn't very tight, so this is the oil sheen spray. It's from Soft and Beautiful. I know this is an ethnic product, but I don't have normal Caucasian hair, so that's why I have that. If I get like flyaways or too much like weird hair, I usually just do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by pulling my hair out and spraying down towards the mid-shut. Well, I just dropped that comb. If I was in the salon, I wouldn't be able to pick that back up. But because it's my hair, and I know it's on my bathroom floor. You guys that are in chat, feel free to say hi. I see that there are people here, but nobody said anything to me. Okay. The reason why I put hairspray from like here to here is to give the curl more grip at the base. And I'm curling this towards my back, and I did leave my ends out on purpose. The reason for the other comb is to get the heat from the curling iron as close to my scalp as possible, but not onto my head. And then there's one curl, except for the ends. And if I worry about the top not being tight enough, I'll literally go back in, again, comb to protect your scalp, and then just curl it straight down. And usually I leave it for a minute so it'll heat up. And then, because I don't have it like super tight and I don't have a large section in there, I'm literally just spinning it. And then if you mess up your curl while it's still hot, just reform it. And then, since you probably can't see the ends of it, I'm going to go ahead and grab the ends with the 1-inch barrel. Grab the ends and tuck it under. And then slowly work it so that the hair tail that's sticking out is under the clamp. Yes, that looks a little weird, and you can even go higher up the shaft. If you want tighter curls at the very ends of your hair. But because my hair is so long, I know that my hair will pull out. And there's one section done. Yep, that's another country I heard from. Get back here. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Stop eating my hair. Butterfly clip it is. Oh, I have two back here. Yes, I'm actually live, Anonymous. There it is. Okay, now this first section that I did, I'm going to go ahead and throw behind me. So it's out of the way. I did grab a little bit more of a section this time, because like I said, I did blow dry my hair, so the texture was a little bit different. There's a dropping stuff again. When I say in my videos I do drop stuff, I'm not kidding. I drop like everything. Okay, now that I rescued the quick dry, now with this curl, I'm going to curl it the other direction. I hear pitter patter of little feet.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, Daddy.
Nope.
Did you let my child back outside?
No.
I didn't either. Hi. Okay, so again, you're gonna start mid-shaft and work to the end, or work to the scalp. And I've just got an old perm here, perm pick. But you roll it down to your scalp, and right before you touch your scalp, you're gonna put your comb in. That way, you can feel the heat from your curling iron close to your scalp, but you're not going to burn yourself. Or, in my case, my ear. And you leave it there until either it feels hot which you can feel through your hair. And then you slowly clip the little piece and then slowly release it down. And again, because my hair is long, I'm going to stand up and do the ends. I don't know if you guys can see the tail that I have sticking out right here. I'm slowly feeding it into the curling iron. Crap, I lost it. Get back here. The reason why I'm touching the curling iron is to see how hot the temperature is of the hair. If I can keep my hand on the curling iron like this, then the hair isn't hot enough. And with the texture of my hair, I need to be able to have it hot, so that means if I can keep my fingers on top of my hair, the curl itself won't stay. Okay, there's 2 done. Feel free to ask me a question, guys. It's pretty bad when your hair's so long you can't hold all of it out. I ran out of arm. There's one length of my hair. And I did spray the whole section. I'm only going to take about half of it. Crap, I lost it. And this is a cricket comb for those that are asking, or for those that would want to know what kind of comb I'm using. I love my cricket combs. These are like super great for like foiling. I was so excited when I won my first one in one of the salons that I was in, due to a contest that I won. I got the cricket comb, I got a Centrix razor and blow dryer. I was a happy hairstylist. Oh, you're already curled. Go away. I'm fixing to lose this one. So when it comes to hair and different like hair types and hairstyles, I know it's all about personal preference and what you want and what you like for yourself or what looks good on you. If you are thinking about like doing your hair or getting a haircut or a color, you can look at magazines all day long, but until you actually sit down with like color swatches and things like that, you're not going to know how those colors are going to look on you. Ow, ow, ow. That's what happens when you don't use a comb. Got hair on my arm. So I've seen a lot of people talk about like coloring their hair at home or adding in like kickers or semi-permanent color or removing semi-permanent color or getting like a different hairstyle, that kind of thing. Those are all well and good, but remember your face shape also determines like what hairstyles are going to look good on you, or what kind of hairstyle I would have recommended for somebody. It's just all based on a lot of different things, whether or not your face itself can handle that hairstyle are things that I know I would take into consideration, like face shape, what people do for a living, how much time they're going to spend on their hair. And for somebody that's not going to spend but like 5 or 6 minutes on their hair every day, you're not going to want a very complicated look. You're not going to want to do something extravagant with your hair that's going to need you to blow it dry and curling iron it like every day. So I've seen, like I said, I've seen quite a few YouTubers lately saying, oh, well, I'm going to go and get my hair done, and I'm going to get this look or that look or whatever. And I just think to myself, oh, that's not going to look very good on them, just from, you know, professional experience. Now, because this is at the top of my head, I'm going to be over directing this, which basically means instead of pulling it straight up, I'm going to pull it up and forward, and that causes extra volume at the root. Hopefully you guys can see. Hi, Chris. So there's been a lot of like stuff going on online lately, and I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know if it's the time of year or everybody's just butthurt about everything else, but it kind of needs to stop. I saw a girl comment on a magazine post where it's like Latina magazine or something like that, and the girl said, "Oh, she looked Indian," and then talked about her the shape of her lips. And I mean, popcorn on the kettle, if you really ask me. But the model was beautiful. She looked like she was of Native American descent, and you know, if you're from like Mexico, Central or South America, I would expect more of a native-looking face and skin versus, you know, people that are from Spain, which are usually like lighter. And I just don't get why people are picking on everybody's like looks lately, or the color of their skin, or just, you know, certain things that they honestly can't change. Like, I can't change certain things about me. Would I want to? Yeah, maybe. But, you know, you can't change who you are. You can't change where you're born or who your parents are or that kind of stuff. And that really, like, bugs me, that people are like picking on others for things that they have no control over. I missed the tip, so I had to go back and grab it. But I don't know, it's just there's a lot of stuff that's going on for this lovely holiday season that it seems to be bringing out like the worst in everybody. Okay, there's one section done. I honestly don't know what's wrong with some of these people. I mean, It's like they're acting like a bunch of imbeciles. It makes me wonder, I mean, are they that unhappy with who they are as a person that they've got to go and be hateful towards somebody else for something that they honestly can't change? I mean, people got on to like Michael Jackson so much about him being black and how he started like lightening his skin because he didn't want to be perceived as black anymore. And you know, if you look at how he was as a kid, he was a cute, freaking adorable kid. But somebody said that he would sell better as a musician if he only did X, Y, and Z. And I think that is so freaking wrong. What's really neat about things like Michael Jackson and his family is all the kids look so similar that when I was a kid, I used to have a hard time telling them apart as to who was who. And I used to get Janet and Michael like confused all the time just because of how similar that they looked. I give up with trying to keep my hair separated. It just doesn't want to behave. I don't know. I guess I'm one of those people that accept people for who they are and not what they look like. I mean, if you're an asshole to me in person, then I'm probably not going to be very nice to you if you've done something hateful to me. But that's just based on personal experience. I'm not going to like say, oh, well, because this person is this way, I'm going to be nasty to him back. That's just not how I am. And I guess it all depends on, you know, how you're raised, where you're raised, what your parents think about different things in their backgrounds. And you know, my dad and I actually got into a discussion about some of these race topics the other day. And when I was growing up, things were specifically said like, oh, well, you can't be friends with them because they live X, Y, and Z. Or you can't be friends with them because what if they try and break in the house and steal something? Just because they were different than me. I'm like, what do you mean? And I remember I wasn't allowed to go like stay the night at anybody's house because what if, you know, their parents drank too much or their parents did drugs or the kids did drugs or things like that, and or their house was in a nice neighborhood, and you know, just a bunch of things like that. I'm not happy with that girl. I'm not happy with this crap either. Get out of my way. Take your friend with you. No, no, no. You go away. I'm listening to a radio station that I haven't listened to in a while, and I don't know any of these songs that they're playing. Some of them were okay. There was one girl that was singing a minute ago that was kind of high pitched and sounded like she was singing through her nose. I don't know who it was. It was kind of bad. It's funny watching this on my iPad. I can actually see the delay from real time to what's being shown on YouTube. Okay, now you can come back out and play. No, it's actually a very popular one out of Orlando that I used to listen to, well, my brother used to listen to when we were kids, and I don't like listening to it a whole lot because some of the music on there is pretty trash. Like, I don't do rap music or reggae or anything like that, and there is some new song that's out that is like a mixture of rap and reggae and some girls singing with the rap and the reggae. I just don't get it. It's not my taste. It's not something that I would listen to. But it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned. Give me my oldies again. I remember when I was a kid, my parents used to listen to a radio station that the thing that they used to always say is the 50s, 60s, and 70s are the greatest music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I used to listen to that stuff. And then as I got older, it was the 60s, 70s, 80s, and then, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I think it says now 80s, 90s, and today is what the station plays as they're like, come listen to us. We're a good mix of the 80s, the 90s, and today. Which is true, they are. Okay. Quarter my head done. Hey, Michael. All right. Thank you. But my hair was trying to keep it. I guess as the years go by, they kind of have to go up a decade. All I know is that when I was a kid, I was listening to music that, like Elvis and Dolly Parton would occasionally come on the radio, and very few like country songs. But all I know is that it was like Devo and David Bowie and Depeche Mode and Queen. I mean, I grew up on that music. It's music that I actually really enjoy. Oh, the Bee Gees, the B-52s. It's all stuff that I grew up on. Yeah, I'm doing the curls on a live stream, and then I'm going to be doing a actual video of the updo process. I have bobby pins. I will updo. Not to mention, go dropping stuff again. The other accoutrements that I have, I want to dump it on its side because I'll be playing 1001 rubber band and bobby pin pickup. But I needed to wash my hair anyway, so I needed it dirty to do this, and I've been thinking about doing this for about a week now. And because the clip that holds my phone to record is broken, I'm using, I'll turn it just a little bit so you can see, I'm actually using my ring light. Well, you can see the ring light here, but my phone is in the center of it. So what I've done is I've got my phone pointing towards my bathroom mirror so that you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So it's like an example of how it would be if somebody was to like recreate this, or how they would hold their hair or curl their hair. So, and I'm doing this on purpose so that people can see There, now you can see a little bit more of me. Yeah. But I'm using my iPad for the chat because I can't see the back of my phone. So, oh, now I done screwed a pooch. But I mean, I can see the chat on my iPad and respond back. Yeah, well, you know, have you ever, like, has your wife ever gone to the hairdresser and had her hair done and been like, gotten home and then can't do it herself because she's like, oh, well, she did such a beautiful job and I just can't recreate it. Well, the problem is you're watching them work on your hair. You're not working on your hair. So when you go to do things yourself, it's going to look different. You're going to over direct things differently. The way that you hold things is going to be different versus when you've got somebody standing behind you. So I figured that this would work really well to be an example. We're dropping stuff again. I swear, I've dropped things about 30 times already. And when I get done with the curls, I'll show everything. Alright, boys, so since this is a hair thing, talk to me about stuff that you would like to know about hair stuff. I actually cut my dad's hair the other night. He usually just goes in the bathroom and buzzes it himself, and then he misses a bunch of stuff, and I bitch about it for like a week until I finally chase him around the house with a pair of scissors and call him to cut it. So I actually took my brand new clippers that I've had for years, but I haven't used them since the old pair got ruined by my ex-husband. And I was like, I went and shaved his head before I got a shower the other night and did his edges and his eyebrows, and I miss doing hair. I really do. I love doing hair. The only thing I didn't like about doing hair was the stigma that the stylists were always uneducated. And there were women that were in the salon in their 40s and 50s doing hair, and the clients used to always think that they didn't have an education because they were still doing hair in a salon. And I'm like, the one lady's got a master's degree and the other one's got another master's degree, and she's got a bachelor's degree, and I'm in school for my associates, and I went on for my bachelor's degree while working in salons. But it's just the stigma that hairdressers are supposed to be stupid. That's why we do hair, because we can't do anything else. And I don't know, that's always kind of like, it's irritated me to no end to think that, you know, that's actually what customers think when they walk into a salon and they're dealing with a stylist, is that we're uneducated or we're stupid or we're this or we're that. And for the most part, everybody that I've ever worked with well, there was probably 2 exceptions out of the decades that I worked in the hair industry, where the stylist didn't have an education, or all they had was high school. Just about everywhere that I worked had somebody that had some form of college degree. And I've got 2 bachelor's degrees, 3 certificate degrees, an associate's degree, and a master's degree. And I would go back and work in a hair salon in a heartbeat. And I just would have to turn in medical paperwork as to why I didn't renew my license back in the day after my heart attack. And I have some of my medical files here because my doctors have retired, and they gave me my actual physical, patient file. So I have several of my patient files here, so that wouldn't be an issue. Thing is it's going to cost me a lot of money to go back and do retraining courses and that kind of stuff, and I just don't have it. Hell, I don't even have the $21 it would cost me on Amazon to buy a new clip for my phone so I can record standing up on my medicine chest like I usually do. So, it is what it is. My music just quit. Oh, there it goes again. Heard me talking about it. I have a lot of body in my hair too. I posted a picture on Instagram, like yesterday, day before yesterday, where I had blow dried my hair after my shower. It was like I stuck my finger in a light socket. No, I've had much worse, definitely. My hair has definitely looked worse. So I have some requests from some subscribers that want to see me discuss head lice, doing head checks, and split ends and haircuts. So I don't have split ends. I don't think I've ever had split ends. Not even bleaching my hair have I ever had split ends. Can I? Yes, I'm able to. Will I shave my head? No. Not unless I get cancer again. Michael, did you delete her message or did she delete it? I mean, if you want me to, for Glanza's message where she asked me to do a head shave video and the message is deleted for whatever reason. Okay, if you want to see how I shave a head, I mean, my dad's hair is pretty simple. I mean, he just buzzes it. It's a half all over. And then I just take my little peanut edgers and I just go around his edges. Okay, so there's one half of my head done. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to curl you separately. Because you're looking a little straight. And I'm looking for curls. Yes, I'm talking to my hair. I talk to all kinds of inanimate objects. Like the comb when I drop it. The hairspray bottle when I spray myself in the side of the head or my eye. I'm sure we all talk to inanimate objects. Okay. Let me get all the clips out of this side. You can see all the clips on the top of my head. I gotta grab my, got another butterfly clip in here. Okay, so here is one half. Please ignore that, that's not curled. Try and get down here so you can actually see it. So here is one half done. It's only taken me 40 minutes to get this much done. Oh, we got a straight one here. The other problem with having long hair. Wait a minute. That's in a clip. You go over here. actually not bad. I mean, minus the clip, but I like how the curls are coming down. That's kind of cute. I come on this side of the chair since I'm fixing to switch sides. I guess I need to turn the other way, don't I? That was definitely a brunette moment there. It's called Where's Waldo of Hair Clips. Yes, actually, depending on the heat setting of it, you certainly can. I've seen girls use those wand hair curlers, and this is part of the top of my head. I'm not going to curl it just yet. I'm leaving this for last on purpose. Yeah, you're talking about the girl that she like curled the section right here in the front of her hair with one of those hair wands. Alright, Crystal, thanks for coming. Overwatch has been a pain in the butt on my computer lately. I've been having problems trying to get it to load. Like, I get in it and it's like lag city. I gotta move in the game. If I'm in the game and I'm like, say I'm Reaper, right? I'm going, actually that would be the guy with an M name. Or Soldier 76. I gotta throw down a healing thing and I gotta shoot. And I go to step forward, and it's like I step forward, and then I'm like, whoop! Like I didn't even move. It's like I move forward and then like back up real quick. I'm like, oh, screw this. So, yeah, McCready. But yeah, I was having problems where like I would move forward and then it was like jerking me back, and my frame rates would start off at a game at like 160, and then as soon as it would say that, you know, the match had started, I would jump to like 1200. I'm like, holy crap. And I checked the computer latency, I've checked the internet latency, and we had some problems with this connecting, but what I think it is the launcher that's causing problems. I even had to shut down my firewall at one point, and it was about, my latency was getting about 3 to 500 ms, and that was still bad. I mean, if you're taking 500 milliseconds in order to cast something, you're dead. I didn't vote for Trump again, so I could have cared less. And nobody in my house voted for Trump, and nobody that I personally know voted for Trump. And he's about to be in some serious hot water, and I can't wait to see that happen. I'm going to throw a party. I've already blocked you on my channel once. Michael, that's the one that I told you about, that I had to block them from the channel. That was the hateful comment that I told you to go give love to. Everybody, the Trump My Love needs a hug. Send a hug their way. They desperately have no life. Worse than me. I don't think my hair is going to stay in that clip. Chris. Oh, man. Hey, do you ever get on Heroes of the Storm? There's a bunch of, like, cute new, not unless they're being ugly. They'll probably leave a nasty comment on one of my other videos later, which is what they did last time. They waited until after the live stream and then went on another video and left a comment. But, there's some new, like, game board that you're doing, and it looks like Candy. Oh, Shoots and Ladders. The game looks like Shoots and Ladders in Heroes of the Storm, and it is so freaking cute. I got a Dahakosaurus the first quest that I did, and I'm like, Dahakosaurus, that is just too cute. Actually, I blocked Trump on Twitter. I certainly did, and it's not illegal. I have my right to, my First Amendment right, and I also have freedom of speech, and I can say that I don't care for the man all I want. There's a few things I'd like to say that would probably get me arrested, but you know, we'll leave those off the internet. Oh, you're talking about the one I blocked him like a year, 2 years ago? Yeah, that was kind of creepy. The one that was in the 1970s looking salon that kept harassing me. I did like 2 videos on him and he still wouldn't leave me alone. Well, I'm glad you love Trump. He doesn't love anybody but himself. Yo, Dad.
What?
Come here.
No.
I got Trump in my live stream.
You got what?
I have Donald Trump in my live stream.
I don't give a fuck.
That's basically what I said. But I didn't use the F word. Well, I will be more than happy to point my gun at you then. How does that sound? Hey Dad, the Trump lover's back in my stream.
I don't care about Trump.
Neither do I. But this person seems to think it's okay to come in my live stream talking about Donald Trump. Ah, grab the wrong section. Bless you, Emily. Michael, I think it's time to start blocking. Do you want to do the honors or should I? Here, Chris. Chris, I'm gonna give you a gift, Chris. There you go. Oh, I'm sure you can figure out what to do with that timeout button. Too bad you can't block them. You can only like delete messages, but the I gotta go find all of them. Let's see. Harassment, bullying, hate speech. Which one should I choose? Fake news. Trump is king. Yeah, I'm reporting the messages. So, I don't know if you have the report feature. Crap. I accidentally accidentally made him a moderator when I was clicking on report. It's like, it's too close for my finger. God, how many freaking messages are there? Another reason why I'm glad I brought my iPad in here. Okay, I think I reported all the messages. Fingers crossed. They'll come back with another account here in a minute, I'm sure. I hate ads on the radio. Okay. I hairsprayed it and then I didn't do anything with it, so now it's dry. Ow. Ow, ow. Talk about ripping my hair out. Oops, almost lost it. Now it's pulling my hair. Like pulling my hair. I am way too tender-headed to be using that curling iron. It likes to eat my hair. And I didn't get a very good curl out of it either. Yeah, I lost my tail. Ugh, Christmas music. Oh, that's a little better. I get tired of listening to Christmas music. I hate Christmas music. I want to hear it like the week of Christmas, but that's it. I don't want to listen to it any other time than that. Oh, I've got an escapee on the top. This is like the first time I've curled my hair since 2013, so it should be okay. And I don't overheat or overprocess my hair. I mean, the other day when I blow it dry, it was the first time I blow dried my hair in at least a year. It's more of like overprocessing your hair with like heat. That's what they're trying to avoid. Emily, be quiet. Yeah, well, because my hair is really healthy anyways, I could probably get away with blow drying it and curling iron it or flat ironing like every day. But I also have a whole different texture than most normal people. Like most people don't have hair that's very thick or that's coarse. Most people have like a medium thickness hair and when I'm talking about thickness, I'm not talking about like how much of it you have. I'm talking about one single strand, the density of that piece of hair. I have what they call coarse hair, which means, and you probably won't be able to see it because I'm on a reflective surface, but like one single hair of mine is thicker than 5 to 7 normal Caucasian hairs, and some people have even compared my hair to 10 times thicker than one strand of my hair. So if you take 10 hairs off of one person's head and put them together, it's going to equal the thickness of my hair. That's how coarse my hair is. So my hair can handle quite a bit. It's very resistant to a lot of stuff. Where does that come? Where the heck did it go? Oh, it's under the counter. Even if I wasn't talking while I do this, it would still take me just as long to curl my hair because I would still have all these issues. I would either stop because I've dropped something, or my arms got tired, or the curling iron needed to heat back up because my hair is, I got a lot of hair. I mean, besides being coarse, my hair is thick. Well, you can always ask your beautician or a beautician near you to find out what kind of hair you have, be it, you know, fine, medium, or coarse. And like I said, you know, everybody's got different hair textures. But for most people, like my dad's hair is like a fine to medium texture, so it would take about 5 hairs of his to make one strand of mine. But my mom's hair was more of a medium, so it would take like 3 to 4 hairs to make my thickness. And I've worked with customers' hair that is so fine that literally you can lay 10 strands of hair out and like grab them up together, and it was the same thickness as one of my hairs. It's crazy. And we all have different hair textures, whether it's, you know, wavy or straight. You can have perfectly straight hair, but have coarse hair. Oh, give me that. No, give me that. Trying to get the ends of the hair to curl. There was like this much of it at the bottom that I missed. So what has work been like for you, Michael? Oh, what has work been like for you? Thank you for your $2 donation. My belly? I don't have a belly. I'm not losing clips. I'm not pregnant. You can go watch my roller skating video if you want to see my belly. What are you doing out there? Dad, what are you doing? I don't know what's going on over there, but I just keep hearing a bunch of weird noises. Sounds like somebody's ripping a cardboard box or something. Yeah, right? I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to logistically do that, especially now that the clip I was going to use to record that is broken. I'm sorry, just thinking about your comment just makes me giggle. Well, it's the phone the clip that I looked for online. It's actually a tripod that like moves and you can like curl it around things and stuff like that. And it's $21 on Amazon. So the only thing that I worry about is the clip on it, because the other clip, because I went back and looked at the listing for the one that I already have, and it says that it goes up to like 3.4 inches, or yeah, 3.4 inches is what it fits. But my phone has an OtterBox on it, and it's 3.5 inches. So it's not, it's like just a hair too wide, and it would like stress the clip every time I would put my phone in it. Well, seeing as though I don't know anybody that's going to get me anything for Christmas, even I don't celebrate Christmas, I celebrate Yule. That's neither here nor there. But it would be nice if somebody would, you know, I asked my dad to see if he could take a look at it to see if he could repair it. I was thinking some sort of like GS Hyper Cement or some type of epoxy. You figure we've got stuff that we use for the jewelry shop that works on bonding jewelry to metal, and we've got some epoxy that works on plastic. So I was hoping that maybe that would help. Where it's broken is where the clip is. It's an L shape, and it broke like right on the bend. So there's no way to like duct tape it to fix that spot. I thought about that already. Well, I have my ring light, and I've got one extra clip that fits in there that'll fit my phone. So if this clip breaks, because it's kind of stretched as well, but they're all plastic. And none of the cases or the clips that I've looked at are the right width. I need something that's 3.5 inches wide, and I guess they assume people don't have cases on their phones, which I'm sure most people don't. I do, because I drop stuff all the freaking time. So I kind of have to keep my phone in a case, because I'll put it in my lap and I'll completely forget that it's in my lap, and I'll get up at my desk and it'll fall 4 feet to the floor. So I can't imagine not having an OtterBox on my phone, because Lord knows what the hell my phone would look like by now. And my phone, I was going to post this on Instagram, but my phone is officially 3 years old. Yesterday was its 3-year-old anniversary. It's been 3 years since I got my iPhone. And the microphone on it's been broken since it was like 2 months old. Hence the reason why I have to use a lavalier mic, one of these external mics, because the mic on my device doesn't work. That looks like crap. I'm going to finish curling this section here and then curl the top, and then I'm actually going to record the updo part of it. I was just going to do the live stream to see if like people had questions or anything like that. And I did discuss a couple of the options that people have asked me about, but I figured, I have to sit here and curl my hair anyways for my video idea, so why not do it in a live stream format where I can chit chat with other people instead of just sitting here by myself, you know. At least I have people. Dad wasn't even home from work when I started this at like 5 o'clock. And I didn't even wait for my video to go up at 5. I don't know. I've got 3 videos to edit right now. 2 of them are still waiting to upload off my phone to Dropbox. I've only got 1 of them uploaded off my phone to Dropbox so far. So, I literally only have 1 video that I can edit and get up. Oh, that's something I can ask you. I went through my videos the other day and clicked on like private because I needed to see what videos that I had that needed to go up still or that needed like details in it. When I did that, I found videos from like 2016 that for whatever reason didn't get published. And so I went back to the original videos and I pulled them into my video editor and I was thinking about going ahead and editing them because I mean, they're all like 30 minutes long and I'm sure it's a lot of like me dropping stuff, me saying and just dead airspace in there. So what I was thinking was going ahead and editing the videos, uploading the edited version, and then just transferring the information from the ones that are sitting already on YouTube that are not published and putting it in the description box for the other ones. What do you think about that idea? I mean, there's like 9 or 10 videos that are sitting there that are older videos, but for whatever reason, I just never published them. I can't figure out why I never published them. Ow. Thank you. Not wearing any makeup or anything, but okay, I'll go with it. be quiet. What do you mean? So I've got too much hair and my clips are not cooperating, so I don't know how many ringlets I'm gonna have left after this. I just sprayed my hand. Oberstadt. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Have you not seen my last name? Or my nose? Yes, I'm very German. Like 65% German. But I'm also like 16% Irish and 9% Scottish, so. You get your little curly butt in there and stay. I can read for the most part, I can read German. I can speak very little of it. I also speak bits and pieces of French, Spanish, Japanese, American Sign Language, some Cherokee. Well, seeing as though most Irish are not cross-eyed or inbred. Yeah, well, my dad's nose is much prettier than mine. He definitely has a very aquiline German nose. I've got this little British ball on the end of my nose. I don't like it. I'm okay with the length. I don't have a problem with the length. I have a problem with this little ball right here at the tip of my nose. I can thank my grandfather for that because that's where his family is from, is Britain. Or I should say England. My grandmother was the one with the Irish blood on my mom's side. Honey, I'm 38 years old. I've been owning my nose for a long damn time. I'm just making a statement. I'm fine with my nose. I still have people like leave nasty comments on my videos about, you're so ugly, I don't know why you do makeup with a nose like that. No one's ever going to find you attractive. I'm like, okay, well that's your opinion, but I like my nose. Took me 20 years to grow into it, but I like it. You didn't know I was 38? And I don't have any makeup on. None. No. Born in 1980. Just a little. You forgot your own birthday. That sounds like something my dad would do. sounds like something Mark would do, and he had to go somewhere, so I shouldn't say anything. Because he'll probably watch this later. Yeah, it can be. You know, I think now that I'm almost 40, I think my give a shit's definitely broken. But my viewpoint on things has changed, you know, a lot over the years on certain topics. Like, I used to enjoy spending time with people that were older when I was younger. I used to do, like, show choir and drama and stuff like that, and we used to go to old folks' homes and sing year-round for them, and I loved it because I've always liked talking to people that were, you know, 3 decades older than me, if not more, because they know so much more. I remember I did a project in 7th grade for one of my history classes on the Great Depression, and I actually interviewed people that lived in various states in the North during the Great Depression, and I loved that knowledge. I loved the enrichment that I got from just asking them questions. And like, one of them lived in like downtown, like a downtown area in Pennsylvania, so they were like in the city. And then the other guy that I interviewed, he lived in Upstate New York, so he was on a farm. And it was so unique to me to look at the perspectives from both people, the one that lived in the city versus the one that lived in the country, and the impact that the Depression had on both of these men. Even though they were like 1 year apart in age, the experiences that they had, just, you know, the differences of where location-wise that they lived, it was just awe-inspiring to me to look at how much differences there were. So, and I've kind of always hated talking to, you know, people that are my age or younger, because it makes me feel like I'm standing there talking to an imbecile. Now, there are people that are younger than me that are highly intelligent, but it's like, there are some people when you talk to them and it's like your IQ just drops. And that's always kind of bothered me. So I've always like respected people that were older because of their life experiences and things that they've learned through the years, and the different things that they can teach you that they've learned through the years. Me? I'm unemployed right now. I was a beautician for, well, let's see, I got my license for cosmetology in 1997. I have several college degrees. No, ma'am. Oh, Dad.
Oh, Dad doesn't respond to you when you're on the side of a goddamn door.
I've got the door open. I'm hot. I meant to tell you that the difficult customer finally went to the post office today and signed for her package. So now she can't claim she didn't get it. I wonder if PayPal sent her a message. But she did go and she did sign for it. Well, it's kind of hard to screw up a lip liner order when the color is printed right on the damn package. But I'm sure she'll have something to complain about. I'm waiting on that email. Oh, and that guy Ken that was looking at buying that necklace,
Yeah.
Asked if I was single, and I told him a reply. Then he asked if he could take me out for a drink, so I told him that I don't drink. Then he asked me to go out for coffee, and at one point he told me that he's an armed security guard for a courthouse, and I'm not quite sure which courthouse, because our courthouse doesn't have armed security guards unless they're actually in sheriff's department uniforms. But then he asked me if he could like take me out to dinner and stuff like that instead of coffee, and I said, sorry, but dating a guy with my dad and my brother's name is a little creepy. He still doesn't get the hint.
He wants to get his wick wet.
Yeah, well, he's not getting no wick wet here. A wagon? Oh, yeah. There is an app that I had on my phone that I had stuff listed on for sale, and I deleted the app off my phone about 2 weeks ago because like nobody ever looked at the items, and I figured, okay, well, if I'm deleting the app, it should delete my account and all the stuff off of it, because I unlinked it from my Facebook account, because that's, you know, how I used to log in. So the I only caught half of that in German. Did I forget to spray this? Ich schwitz. No, actually, that's the funny thing. Okay, so, he messaged me about a camouflage style necklace and asked where I was located, and it clearly lists on the item Eustis, Florida. So I replied back and says, you know, the location is listed in the listing. So then he asked if he could come pick it up. And then like the next message that I got from him was telling me how hot he thought I was. And I'm like, okay, but what does that have anything to do with you buying a necklace that I made? You know, I'm guessing it's a gift because it's kind of like a feminine style necklace. So then he proceeds to ask me out. And I told him, I said, look, you know, I meet people in a public location to do, you know, pickups and drop-offs for jewelry that is handmade. And I said, and I also left a comment, and I come armed. You know, so number one, I'm female, and two, I'm German. I'm not going to go out in public without something. And even, for an example, I think it's in here. In here? Let's put it over here. Oh, it's right here. This goes with me everywhere. This goes with me everywhere. So, and 9 times out of 10, you can't see it. And we've actually had people lately that are like picking women up. They're like following them around like the grocery store or Walmart or places like that. And they're waiting for them to go out to their vehicle, and then they're absconding with them. They're like taken off with the women out of the actual, you know, say grocery store or Walmart parking lot. So they've actually had a bunch of like people, a bunch of like women and like reports and stuff of women being taken for like the slave trade lately. So the really cool thing about having this, which I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, is it's about the same length as my finger. See if I can, where the camera can pick it up. Okay, anyways, it's got a nice little grip on it. Let me stand up, maybe it'll shine better off my shirt. Okay, so here it is here. So it fits my hand like perfectly. And it's a great size for like a kidney job. But I can leave it like clipped in and then put my phone holder next to it on my side, and it's not real noticeable. You can also hide it other areas. So it's just one of those things. I'd rather be safe than sorry. No, I'm divorced. I told the guy I was happily single. I'm single because I want to be. The last bunch of people that have asked me out are only either after one thing or they're married. Hey, I'm going to protect myself. I don't care who it is. If somebody is threatening me or my life, I'm going to protect myself. Well, I think everybody, no matter male or female, everybody should be able to protect themselves. It's not that I'm scary, it's that I'm prepared. You never know who, what, where, when stuff is going to happen. So I'd rather be ready. I think I've got most of my hair curled. I still have to record the actual updo part of the video. That's going to take just as long as this did. And this has been going on since 5 o'clock, so I've been streaming for an hour and 42 minutes. I think. 111 minutes it says. I keep finding hair that looks not as curled as the rest. And now you can see exactly how much darn hair I've got. I have guns. There's several of them in this house. But it's not like I'm going to leave my house with my .22 long rifle or my 9mm. Where I live, it's actually not that bad. It's mainly just country folk. And anyways, you know, if somebody was to like try and hurt somebody here where I live, I think that we're such a small community, I think people would be more inclined to like look out for one another than they would in like other places, just because of how small town we are. And a lot of people, you know, they know other people in the area, so it's going to be more or less along the lines of, okay, well, you know, you live in a small community, everybody seems to know everybody else, or they know somebody you're related to, so they're going to be more apt to like, you know, step up and help in a situation versus like if you were down in Orlando where people would just keep walking. if I see somebody going after somebody else, I'm gonna say something. I don't care how big they are or who they are or anything else. I'm definitely gonna do or say something. Because that's just who I am. Okay. Well, I just know that if I see somebody that is being attacked, I would definitely do something about it. You know, there are days that I see things on the news where people are like, "Oh, well, we heard the people fighting, but you know, it's none of our business, so we're not going to get involved." That kind of thing, and then the husband or wife or the kids or whatever ends up dead because nobody did anything. They knew what was going on, or they knew there was problems, and nobody did anything. That's like the fourth time that Mariah Carey Christmas song has come on the radio, and it's driving me bonkers. I've only been out of Florida a few times in my life. I've never been to Texas. I've been up and down the eastern seaboard a couple of times, and I've been to Colorado, and that's it. Oh yeah, in Texas, everybody's got a gun, and they have open carry rights as well. So anybody can be carrying a weapon at any time in Texas, and they don't need a permit. It's not like that where I live. You've got to have like a concealed weapons permit just to walk out of your house with a gun strapped. Oh, I'm not. I'm just doing this for a video. I don't go out. Unless I'm going to Walmart. That's basically the only time I ever leave the house. I'm home 24/7. Anyways, I wouldn't spend 2 hours going to Walmart either. 2 hours on my hair just to go to Walmart. No, I've decided that I'm going to be doing an updo video, and it's easier for me to curl it, and that way I can do a live stream and chit chat with people instead of just sitting here not in the beginning part of the stream. I got into some questions that I had gotten. And trust me, if you go into the salon and you get your hair curled, you're going to end up finding that we find spots like this all the time where we've curled something and the curl isn't the way that we want it to be, so we'll go back and recurl it. Daddy! Well, they couldn't hear what I did. I'm doing a live stream, but they can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Good thing. I think some other sound effects.
No. You keep those noxious sound effects to yourself in there. I've enjoyed enough cat aromas today. Oh, did you let Bubby out when you went to work this morning?
Yes, I did.
Because when I got up to make coffee, he was waiting by the back door like, Mom, let me in.
He went out at like 10 minutes to 6.
Okay.
I ain't gonna fight with him. I'm gonna play him out. Hell with it.
Yep. I'm kind of with you on that. Rotten child. Now I keep finding little strands that are uncurled. And my dad's he's in the office playing WoW, so he's only been home a little over an hour. Okay. I think that's as good as I'm going to get with the curls. Oh, World of Warcraft. Wow. Anyways, my iPad is at 48%. My hair is curled. Now I've got to do the updo video, or the updo part of it, before my curl falls out. So be on the lookout for that video once I can get it uploaded off my device. Separating all the bobby pins from all the other like rubber band hair ties in here. Don't even start with me. If I did, I'll find it when I go to put it up. Now, if I was in a salon, I would curl and then do an updo. Yes, I've had 4. My oldest will be 19 in February. Anyways, I'm going to say bye. I'm going to do the updo part of the video as an actual recording instead of a live stream. And then what I'll probably do is when the video is up, I'll link it in the live stream and vice versa. I'll link the live stream in the video. So that way they can, if they're interested in watching me spend 2 hours curling my hair to do the updo, it'll be there. But I guess I should take this side down. There's all of my hair curled. Michael, I'll have to send you a message either on Twitter or Instagram. I asked a question, but I think you had already left. No, it's just curly. Kinky would be like my 1/4 inch wand, and that on my hair would be frizzy, not kinky. And it's only 7 p.m. here, so I'm definitely not going to bed. I'll be up for a few more hours. Kirky? That's just weird. Kooky, yes. Kirky, no. I kind of wish my hair, see, this is the kind of curl that I used to get in spiral perm. I wish my hair was curled like this in real life, because I've always thought it was pretty instead of like the waves like that's over here, because my natural hair is wavy, but I always wanted like ringlets. That's why I used to get my hair permed, you know, every year, twice a year. Well, they would relax my hair every 4 months, and then in between relaxing my hair, they would do a perm. But anyways, I'm going to say bye for now. I've been on here 126 minutes, so yeah, because ringlets on little boys are cute. So, or at least I think they are. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Hopefully you have a great day or night wherever you are. And then look for the updo video probably in about a week. Like I said, I've got 3 videos that I still have to upload off my device and 1 to edit. So this will probably go up Sunday, Tuesday, because I'll have an ASMR that goes up on Monday. So, just an extra hair video during the week. So I will see you guys later.